Hello students, welcome to IFAS as well as very good evening to all of you. I hope you all are doing well. Hello Rajesh, hello Deepak. Yes, good evening Manasi. Hello Disha, very good evening to you. How are you all? Doing great? How is your UGC-NET's preparation going on? Is it going on quite well? If you need any kind of suggestions or if you need any kind of guidance from my end, please do let me know. I'm always there to help you out with all the things that you require. Plus please don't forget to like this channel, okay, because that gives me an clarity that yes, you are with me, yes, you are understanding whatever I'm trying to tell you, and you like my channel as well. Okay, so please don't forget to like the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to share it with your friends, because we want a maximum students to watch this video, watch this lecture, be present in the lecture, so that they will also get to study the topic which we are going to study today. Quickly students, let's see how many of you can bring these students with you, your friends, your cousins maybe. I hope all of you know or are aware about the course that we are starting from 1st of May, which will be dedicated to UGC-NET English, in which I'll be covering each and every topic of yours. Let's wait for 1 or 2 students to join in, then we will begin the session. Okay, till the time if you have any questions, any queries, you can definitely ask it to me. Plus let's revise about the restoration age as well. Okay, so as you all know that we have talked about the restoration age, in which we understood or in which we learned about how the restoration age was the one where lots and lots of changes happened. Then theaters were started again, the writers started getting the recognition again. It was the age of the England, so basically because of the Civil War, because of the Puritans, the age was actually the Englands were actually not getting the importance that they deserved. Yes, so but because of the Charles II, you can see that they were gaining this importance again. He started the theaters, he gave the permission, he gave the patent to start the theaters. Then there were lots and lots of works you can find on the comedy of manner, heroic drama, apathetic drama, restoration drama, and lots of other drama forms as well. Yes, so people were more into dramas in that age, not much into poetry. Yes, definitely there were. So the writers such as John Dryden and everyone, they were into the poems as well, but their main focus was on the drama part. Because why it was on the drama part? Because of their king, okay, because of their monarch. So monarch was more interested into the dramas, into the plays. That is why they were also presenting all the plays and different concept in front of him, and that was more of a humorous, in a humorous form, okay, in a satirical form basically. So this was the background of Restoration Age. So now in today's session we are going to study the Enlightenment Age, okay, which is from 1700 to 1800 AD, okay. So basically in this session we will be looking at the history, background, theme and events of this age. Now students, let me be very clear with this, that the writers of this age, and yes, another important thing that you should know about this age is that this age was called as the Age of Reason. What was this called as? The Age of Reason. Why this age was called as the Age of Reason? Because in this particular age lots and lots of scientific things started happening, and that is why people started questioning and people started finding out the reasons behind each and everything which is going on, okay. So that is why this century, this particular century, 18th century, was called as the Age of Enlightenment, okay. Then this was the period, okay. So it was the period where wisdom and scientific thoughts were started flourishing. Wisdom and scientific thoughts were there. Next, the ability to think and reason was given lot of importance. Plus, neoclassicism started. This age was basically divided into two parts, okay. The first half means from 1700 to 1750 is called as the Augustan Age. First half was called as the 1700 to 1750, okay. Hello students, can you hear me properly now? Okay. Okay, so we will continue with our lecture. I hope I am properly audible to everyone now. Yes, hello Ankit. So we will start with whatever we were discussing. So first of all, as I was talking about the first half. So first half was called as the Augustan Age. Now what was there in the Augustan Age? Yes, it was also called as the Age of Pope. Yes, and it was also called as the Neoclassical Age. Yes, so you can see the different names. So please, when the question will be asked in your exams, please don't get confused because always remember that this age, the age of Enlightenment is also called as the Age of Reason, and the first half of the Enlightenment age is also called as the age of Pope, the age of Augustine or the Augustine age or the neoclassical age. Okay, so if the question is asked based on the, so for example, if they have asked you the age from which the neoclassical age started, please don't confuse, it is again 1700 to 1750. Okay, so if they ask about you the Augustine age, remember the things that happened in the first half of the Enlightenment age. Okay, so these things are very much important from the exam perspective, so remember these things. So the first half was from 1700 to 1750. Okay, and it is called as the Augustine age, the neoclassical age, or the age of Pope. Clear? Now the second, another important thing that you should remember is that the English writers of this age limited the classical Roman writers who were writing during the reign of King Augustus. Okay, and now we are going to talk about the second half. So if we talk about the second half, which is from 1750 till 1798, was the age of transition. Okay, or it is also called as the pre-romantic age, because as you all know that after Enlightenment age we are going to look for the romantic age. Okay, so it was the pre-romantic age. Age of transition. Okay, or the pre-romantic age. Clear? Then this period, the period was affected by the French Revolution, the American Revolution and the Industrial Revolution. So that is why what happened, that there were diverse public. Okay, there were diverse people. So there was the literature was also very diverse in this age. Okay, so you will be able to see the content of the literature, some which was influenced by the French people, or it was influenced by the American literature, it was influenced by the industrial, and obviously due to the Industrial Revolution definitely you can see the scientific works, okay, in the literature. Earlier people only used to write about the life, about the God, about the nature and whatever was around them. But after the Industrial Revolution or in the age of Enlightenment, people also started writing scientific things, okay, or which had reason behind it. Yes, so that is why it was very much essential to know all these things. So what all things happened? Basically the period was affected by the French Revolution, the American Revolution and the Industrial Revolution. Okay, remember these things. And now we are going to talk about some of the historical background. Okay, now here some political things also happened, so let's discuss all these political events as well. So the very first thing was the rise of the two political parties. Okay, those were the Whig as well as the Tory. political parties. One was Whig and the second was Tory. Okay. Then another important thing that happened was political acts happened. So in 1707 there was an act of union in which Scotland merged with England. Okay. So it was called as Act of Union. What happened in this? Scotland merged with England. Okay, and it happened in the year 1707. Remember this year as well, okay, because there are questions which they will ask you the questions on this particular political background or the historical background. Okay. Then and then it formed. So what was this? Scotland basically called as then the Great Britain. Okay, remember this as well. The next important thing that happened was in 1737 the Licensing Act was passed to censor and control theatre. Okay, as a result people started writing novels. Now let me be very clear. Now there is a small history behind it. As you all know that there were a lot of critics. I'm sorry. So basically, as you all know that there were lots and lots of critiques, and there were so many people, those who opposed the writings, the plays of the Restoration Age. Yes, so why they were not into it, why they started to protest against it, why they did not accept that literature, those plays, because they were against the culture. Okay, so they were showing some sexuality which they should not show, was the idea of the critics. Okay, so that is why this act of licensing came up. So where they started censoring these theaters or these acts, those which were they used to censor the things which they wanted not to show to the people. Okay, so then it happened. So people or the writers started moving towards the novels instead of writing the scripts or writing the dramas. Okay, so this was the reason behind it, and people started novels. Okay, now this act happened in 1737. Remember this age as well. Okay, so this is something that you should know if you are studying the Enlightenment age. Now the next thing that happened was in 1798. Okay, so immediately before the this age was ended. Okay, so what happened here? In 1798, Ireland was included in the Great Britain. So first the Scotland was added into England, and now the Ireland is also added into Scotland, means Scotland is now called as the Great Britain. Okay. Ireland was included in the Great Britain. Okay, then one more, then you can also see some of the scientific revolutions that took place. For example, the key figures is Isaac Newton, okay, or Galileo, and then Copernicus, John Locke. These were the people, those who actually wrote in this particular age, and those who started finding out some of the scientific things. Yes, scientific revolutions. Then and this resulted in the change in view of the religious perspective. Okay, so people then started questioning, and also because of some of the major things that happened, also people started questioning that is there real God. So we were earlier we were believing in God, right? So it was said that everything is controlled by God, but then later on, when people started knowing about this scientific things, people started questioning, people started asking the reasons behind it, and then they started questioning the existence of God as well. Okay, so that is why and also you will see that Copernicus found out or discovered the solar system. Okay, he told that the sun, so when earlier the was there that first of all people used to think that the earth is the center, but when people started knowing that no, earth is not the center, sun is the center and earth revolves around the sun, they started questioning that why we were told wrong things. Yes, so that was something, so that challenged people to ask questions to the churches, the sayings, the thoughts, the thinking of the priests. Okay, so that was something that was very much important aspect, or that was something which you should know about this historical background of this particular age, that is the Enlightenment age. Okay, now, and people started believing God as the watcher. So people started thinking that God is only the watcher. Not doer. So God is not doing anything, he is just watching us. Okay, that was people started thinking. Now if we talk about the literary features of this age, you will find three major things. First of all, prose flourished. So earlier when you saw that there were only poems, songs, dramas that were into practice, but here actual prose also started. Okay, so it was the age of prose and reason. Okay, next, rise of novel you will find here. As you all know that Afra Ben was the first novelist, okay, and she started writing in the Enlightenment age as well. Third is political writing became very popular. Became very popular. Okay, so these are the basic things which comes under the literary features of this age. Okay, then there were also a lot of things happened. For example, clubs and coffee shops started opening, where lots and lots of writers, poets used to gather, those who had same mentality, those who had same likings, and they started discussing, okay, amongst themselves the important topics or whatever they wanted to discuss. Okay, the common topics were discussed in those clubs, in those coffee houses. Okay, so from there you can see, so now when you see any coffee shops, this was the concept which was started in the Enlightenment age in England. Okay, so it has come from there. Okay, so you can find lots and lots of clubs and coffee houses. So they also, and lots and lots of political movements or political clubs started from the clubs as well. Okay, so people used to gather together, they used to form a political club, and they used to meet and they used to talk about politics and the well-beings and the welfares of related related to politics. Okay, so this was something which was flourished, which was into practice in those days. Okay, definitely it got recognition after some time. Definitely after Enlightenment age we can see the lot of changes in the literature forms as well because of the Romantic age, definitely. But you can see that the start of the modern is from the Enlightenment age, because now modern, why we call it as modern, because of the scientific achievements that we started coming up with. Okay, so because of the scientific things, because of the reasoning happening, we started evolving fast. We started developing ourselves very fast. Okay, so this was a very basic reason for Enlightenment age, and that is why it is also called as neoclassical age. Neo means new. Okay, so it was neoclassical, means they did not leave anything old behind. They took the old as well with them, but they started also coming up with something new. Okay, that is why this age is also called as neoclassical age. Okay, so there are more things. We are going to talk about the clubs, coffee shops, and lots of things in our next session as well. Okay, so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned with IFAS. Okay, and let's meet tomorrow in tomorrow's session. Okay, for with another informative video. We will continue whatever we are discussing now. We will stop here for now. Okay, and yes, please don't forget to give the contest on the app. So how you can give the contest? You just have to download the app from the Play Store, and you have to register yourself. As soon as you register, you will have to go to the UGC-NET section, and as soon as you go to UGC-NET English section, you will find a free quiz or free contest. You can give those questions, and for the correction purpose you can also watch the solution video of it. Okay, so link or the video is also provided in the app itself, so you can definitely watch that. And you can also, the contact number is provided to you. You can call on that number and you can get all the required details of the course, of the channel, or anything related to UGC-NET English. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you so much for your patient listening, and have a very great day ahead and happy learning.